네, 여러분 안녕하세요. So now let's have the lesson 2 or the topic 2 of uh, Talk to Me in Korean notes. So, sorry, just a moment. Okay, so the second topic that we are going to learn in this video is about the marking, no, sorry, object marking particles. So, na-discuss ko na to actually sa ibang sections, but sa ibang section, I think hindi pa. Okay, so sa mga na-discussan ko na section, so this is also some sort of review sa inyo. Okay, so just follow. Okay, so as we mentioned a few times through our previous lessons, there are different types of particles in Korean. Okay, so meron tayong nun, meron tayong un. Okay, iba-iba kasi depende sa role or position nila sa sentence. So we have subject marking particles. Okay, we also have topic marking particles, location making, oh sorry, location marking particles, and so on. So, ang focus muna natin dito guys is yung object. Okay, so object particles. Okay, and these actually what makes easy to understand. What makes it easy to understand Korean sentences, even when the word order changes. So, kumbaga, ibig sabihin dito, kumbaga yung role or yung purpose ng mga particles na to is para magigets ng taong kausap mo yung ibig mong sabihin. Kahit na magbaliktad-baliktad yung mga sentence pattern mo, 'di ba? We already discussed the sentence pattern which is the SOV. Ito yung pinaka-basic pattern, 'di ba, sa Korean sentence. So, kahit magbaliktad-baliktad man 'yan, basta ang verb guys sa dulo ha. The verb is always at the end. So, pag mauna si object sa imo nga subject, it doesn't matter actually sa communication as long as there is particle, magigets ka nila. Pero kung walang particle tapos gabaralis ka imong sentence, so medyo magulo din. Okay? Sige. So, yeah, let's continue. But more often than not, when the meaning of a certain sentence can be still very clear without using a certain particle. Korean speakers like to drop the particle and just not say it. So, yeah, sometimes, not sometimes, but actually, it's very common among Koreans. They usually drop the particle sa usually yung object particle guys dinadrop nila. Okay, when it comes to communication. Kasi nga, kumbaga ako sa aton, kapag dugang-dugang lang ihit, ano, ano ang tawag niyo dyan? Yung budlay ba? Oo, mahirap. Di ba mahirap na nga i-pronounce yung Korean tapos may mga particles pa. So, actually, they can be dropped. Okay? Pwede man sila i-drop actually, pero not all the time. Okay? So, like many other rules, okay, in speaking Korean, this is also for the ease of pronunciation and for the shortening of the phrase. So, dinadrop nila yung mga particles para lang mas natural yung pagsasalita and para of course shortcut, not really shortcut, ma-shorten lang ng konti yung mga sentence, yung mga phrases, like that, okay? Okay, so now let's have the next one. Okay, so far we have looked at many verbs. Verbs can be divided into transitive verbs and intransitive verbs. So, hindi na kita mag-English grammar iano, but I'll just give you some um, ano, parang additional information about these. So, transitive verbs. Okay, it's also stated in there that these are the verbs that need objects. So, kumbaga, sila yung mga verbs na they cannot stand on their own. Yung, kumbaga, kailangan pa nila ng object sa sentence para mas mag-get sila. So, like for example, if you want to say, I go, Ganun lang. I go. So, hindi siya complete, 'di ba? Hindi complete ang thought. May kulang. Okay? So, may kulang siya na place. Yan. So, kailangan niya ng place para nga magiging complete ang sentence. The go is considered as transitive verb kasi it cannot stand on its own. Okay. Also, same thing with I eat, she eats, we eat. Oh, you eat what? Okay. So there's something lacking sa sentence. Okay. Something object or place or places are lacking. So those verbs are considered transitive. Okay. So hope you got it. Ano naman yung intransitive? So verbs that do not need objects. So, kumbaga, ano na sila, independent on their own. Okay? So, they are already understandable even if they don't have places indicated or, I mean, if they don't have objects indicated or included. So, for example, dito is, siguro let's say, I slept. Pwede na rin siguro yung sleep na verb, okay, as intransitive. So, pag sinabing I sleep, okay. So, parang no need na yung object no or time. I sleep at 9 o'clock. Okay. So, something no need naman na yung time or objects in this case. So, ano pa yung mga examples? For example, actually, we have an example here. So, let's just have it. Okay, so in English, this is much more clear because even when a noun is repeatedly referred to, especially, for example, with this example natin, did you find your wallet? Okay, did you find your wallet? Nakita mo imong wallet? So usually we just say, oh, nakita ko na. Without saying, oh, nakita ko na akong wallet. Okay. So if you say, yes, I found it. Or, oh, nakita ko na. So, ganun na yun. Complete na. Parang, no, you don't really need to say the object, no, para magiging clear siya. So, the verb found, okay, is considered, ano na siya, transitive then. Kasi it does not, sorry, intransitive rather, intransitive. Kasi it does not really or it does not necessarily need object para nga maintindihan siya clearer. Okay? So, yun yung ibig sabihin ng transitive and intransitive. Okay? But anyways, yeah. So you do not get rid you do not get rid of the part that refers to the wallet. You still have it there by saying it instead of the wallet. So, yun, sometimes we tend to shorten, no? Shorten instead of saying the word, we just use it, or these are what we call pronouns pag sa English. Mga pronouns na lang to shorten something. Okay? So, that's it. Okay, wait lang. Ano ka na yung tubig, guys. Wait lang. I'm gonna drink water first. Okay. So, yeah, that's it. And now let's have the next one. Okay, so it states there, but in Korean daw. Okay. Since the since the same mini dialogue as above will often go like this. 지갑. Okay, so I hope you can still read. But if not, kamo na lang bahala mag-romanize. 지갑. 지갑 means wallet. 찾았어요. 찾았어요 is ano siya, past tense siya ng sorry, past tense siya ng chatta. Ay, sorry. Ay, ba't hindi siya? Okay. Sana may, sana yung chiyot. Okay, chatta. Chatta means to find for, to search. Okay, to search, to look for. Okay, so 찾다. Pag past tense, nagiging 찾았어요. Okay, 찾았어요. So, 찾았어요, find. Anong past tense ng find sa English? It's found. So, did you find or have you found my wallet? Okay. So, since jigap 찾았어요 lang siya, literally, ganito lang yung meaning niya. Wallet found. So, answer? 네. 네. 네, 찾았어요. Yes, found. Ganun lang kasimple, no? Okay, so the distinction between transitive and intransitive verbs is not as strong as in English, okay, and many other languages. So, yun nga guys, no? Sa Korean, it's okay na kahit, kahit hindi mo na i-mention kung ano yung object na yun. So, pwede na siya ma-drop. Okay? So, yun lang. Oo, nakita ko ganun lang. Pero sa English, we have to use prepositions as what I mentioned earlier. 'Di ba? Um, kailangan para mas complete siya kung sa English. Pero kung sa Korean, it doesn't matter. Oo, parang kahit ne nga lang, okay lang. Okay lang. Okay, so that's what it means. Okay, and then, yun. So, let's have the next one. So it's just the introduction part na ng object marking particle. So now let's have this one. So we have also rules to follow kung ano yung idudugtong natin sa object. So meron din silang tinatawag na ano tawag dito? Noun ending and sorry, noun ending, I mean consonant ending and vowel ending nouns. So usually ang mga object naman kasi sa sentence are nouns. Mga names pa, bagay, tao, hayop, mga ganun, 'di ba? Okay, so pag ang object, okay, nag-e-end sa consonant, we add ul. Okay, ul. Pag ang object nag-e-end sa vowel, we add rl. Okay, so tsaka rel lang naman yan dito. Wala na exceptions. Okay, so that's it. So just take note of the rules. And anyways, I also have sent the copy on your GC. So yun, balikan nyo na lang. Okay, so what does an object marking particle do? Ano nga ba yung role niya talaga, no, sa sentence? Okay, so in English, if you write an apple and do not write the verb that goes with it, there's no way for you to tell what kind of role it is going to take in a sentence. So ano again, gets nyo? Okay. So for example, sa English pag sinabi mong apple, or I mean nagsulat ka an apple, tapos wala the verb nga nagasunod. Okay? Hindi mo magets kung ano ang role niya sa sentence. Subject ba siya? Object ba siya? Okay? Kasi nga ni wala particle sa English, 'di ba? So wala particle sa English. Sa Korean may una. I don't know sa ibang language. But yeah, sa English there's no particles. So yun yung ibig sabihin ng first paragraph. Pero sa Korean daw guys, even if you do not write or say the verb, yan, kahit hindi mo isulat or kahit hindi mo sasabihin yung verb, just by adding the right particle after ng noun, you can express the role of the noun or pronoun kahit hindi mo pa nasasabi ang verb. Magigets mo na daw yung ibig sabihin, okay? Or basta parang ganun, ma-assume mo na kung anong ibig niyang sabihin kung gumagamit lang siya ng right particle, okay? Sa object. Kahit hindi mo pa sabihin yung verb. So, actually, may mga examples dito. Napabudlayan pa nila kita. Char. Okay, joke lang. So, an apple again. Balik tayo sa an apple. In English, it's completely neutral. Okay. So, what is apple in Korean? That's sagwa. Diba? Sagwa is apple. So again, diba nasabi ko na rin that in Korean, there's no an. Wala sila word nga an or a. Okay, so sagwa lang siya. So in Korean, it is also neutral. Okay, yung sagwa is also neutral. Pero pag about sa sentence, yun nga, hindi mo magigets kung wala the particle. Okay, so for example, we have sagwa. Yan, ito si apple, ito si apple. Si rel yung dinugtong. So again, what is rel? Rel is the object particle or object marking particle. And again, rel yung dinugtong natin kasi sagwa ends with vowel wa. Okay? So, basta vowel ending ang sound, si rel ang ginudugtong. Sagwa rel. Okay, ano pa? Banana rel. Mga ganun. Ano pa? Orange rel. Okay, that's it. So even if you don't say the verb, you know that sagwa is going to be the object of the verb. Bakit siya magigets na object? Kasi nga ni saan na nga particle. Because we are using the object particle. So magigets mo na. Okay? So you can predict the verbs to an extent. Pwede mo ma-predict nga anong sunod nga verb niya. Eat, buy, sell, find, throw, draw, or other verbs pa. Yan. So, pag maghambal pa lang sa gwarel, o magigets mo na agad kung or ma-assume mo na kung ano yung magiging sunod nga verb, 'di ba? Okay, so eat an apple, buy an apple. Yan. Sagwarel mogoyo. Sagwarel sayo. Sagwarel parayo. Okay. Whatever the verb is. Okay, so that's what it means. Now, let's have the next one. Okay. Paano naman pag ito? Okay, so again, we have sagwa, apple. Ang anong particle is ga. Ga is a subject particle. Okay? Sagwa, ga. Hindi rel. So, ga is, again, subject particle. So, kung subject particle siya, guys, ibig sabihin, okay, ibig sabihin, dito yung ano pala, hindi ko na scroll, wait lang. Ayan, so dito yung explanation sa dalom. So again ha, sagwaga. Ga is the subject particle. So magigets mo na agad nga, sagwa is, ano siya, parang nagiging subject. So what is sagwa? Sagwa is good. Sagwa is bad. Is it expensive, big, small, good for health, or whatever it is? Kung paano mo siya ma-describe. So, pag kumbaga sa mga Koreans, pag sinabi mong sagwaga, yan. So, ma-assume nila nga nag-describe ikaw it apple. Sagwaga, 좋아요. 좋아요 is good. Okay. sagwaga, 싫어요. 싫어요 is hate. I don't like. Yan. So, parang gina-describe mo siya. Okay. So, that's it. Okay. So, now let's have the next one. Yan. How about sagwa는? Wait lang. Wait. I-move natin. Okay, we have sagwa. Okay, 는. 는 naman ang particle. 는 is a topic particle. So, ito yung tinuro ko sa inyo before. Hindi ko actually naturo yung ga or e, pero nag-focus kita sa nen tsaka un. Okay, kung I don't know kung sa inyo ko yun na-discuss. But yeah, kasi this one is very common. E and ga, I mean the subject particles nga e tsaka yung ga is common man siya but not really taught sa mga beginners. Okay, depende na lang kung medyo carry mo na yung ibang rules, then you can learn other rules naman. Okay, so sagwanan. Okay, topic particles imaw. So you know that the speaker is going to say something about sagwa in comparison to other things. Okay, or bring up the topic of sagwa for the first time. Kasi nga ni topic particles siya. So, pag sinabi mong sagwanan, so, maano nila, maano, parang maa-assume or magi-guess ng listener nimo kung ano ang hambalon mo, or maybe you're going to compare sagwa to other kinds of fruits. Sagwa는, for example, sagwa는 맛있어요. 맛있어요 is delicious, 'di ba? Tapos pag for example gin-compare mo siya sa orange. Orange는 안 맛있어요. An is not. So ginagamit lang ang word nga an to mean not. An 맛있어요. 맛있어요 is delicious, 'di ba? Pag gindugtungan imaw it an, it means not. So doon pagka-compare na. 사과는 안 맛있어요. 오렌지는 맛있어요. So pag nag-compare ikaw. Okay, so that's it. So dito naman tayo. Ay, wait lang. Okay, so how object marking particles are dropped. So paano na drop? So if you want to translate what did you do yesterday, literally using all the elements is very unnatural in Korean. So what is mo? Okay, mo. And then yesterday is oche. Wait lang. Ay. Wait lang, dude. Okay, so wait lang. Hmm. Remove or clear ko muna. Okay, so if you want to translate what did you do yesterday, eto muna. Let's learn some words muna dito. Oje. Oje. Okay, oje actually means yesterday. Oje. Okay. Pero kung tao, pag tao naman, like the name of other person, for example, Ana. Ana. Okay. Ana. Yan. Ana 씨는, okay, Ana, she means Miss or Mr., di ba? Ana she, tapos may particle kita nga 는, okay, Ana 씨는 mo, mo is what, okay, mo, and then 를 is, ano nga ni ang 를? Particle ng object. 뭐를 했어요. 했어요 is the past tense of 하다. Anong 하다? To do. Okay. So, 아나 씨는 뭐를 했어요? Or 어제 뭐를 했어요? So, unless you're talking about a third person, you don't need to say the name of the other person here. So, it becomes, okay, 어제, 어제 na lang. Okay? No need na 어제는. Yan. So, no need na yung 는. Wala man kita usually gagamit guys kang 는 sa mga time expressions. Mga today, yesterday, okay, tomorrow. So, wala man kita gagamit. 어제, so i-remove, ay, i-remove ko na to. Okay, so 어제 is yesterday. 뭐를 했어요. Okay, so what did you do yesterday? Next. Common na lang mag-romanize. Just follow the pronunciation. And since it's also clear that mo is not the subject of the sentence, okay? Hindi siya subject of the sentence. Bakit? Kasi meron siyang rel. Rel is the object of the sentence. So, kung hindi subject ang mo, but usually hindi naman tayo gumagamit ng mo as a subject. Usually, a person man ginagamit natin or any other nouns. So you can drop the rule in there. So usually guys, wala man sila gagamit karal moral nga term. Mo na lang. So mo is very common sa exams and even sa communication. So oje, instead of oje moral hesoyo, pwede mo madrop Cyril kag magiging oje mo hesoyo na lang. 어제 뭐 했어요? Yan. 어제 뭐 했어요? Yan. Or you can also, kasi ito past tense to, di ba? So, pwede rin, pag present, pwede mo hambalon 지금. Anong 지금? 지금? Ay, i-romanize ko na lang siguro. 지금 is now. 지금. 뭐 is what. 해요. 해요 is present tense. So, ang ibig sabihin ng 지금 뭐 해요 is anong ginagawa mo. Okay, present tense. Pero ito, 어제 뭐 했어요? Anong ginawa mo kahapon? Okay, so magkaiba sila. But again, instead of saying 지금 뭐를, 지금 뭐 na lang is okay. Okay, so that's what it means. Now let's proceed sa next one. Ayan, so when do we need or when do you need to use object marking particles? Kailan daw ginagamit? So you need to use them when you want to clarify, okay, the relation between the object and the verb. So I mentioned this before na sa SOV bala naton, na may mention ko lagi na the object and the verb usually go together. Parang hindi sila pwede i-separate like that. But actually, pwede sila i-separate. Pero dapat ga-connect sila to each other. So when the object and the verb are close, like this one, pag close sila, it's very easy. So pwede, kung close sila like this, pwede siyang, okay, you can either daw. So it's up to you. Pwede mo siya tugtungan ng particle or not. So again, anong particle ng object? Yung ul or rl. So katulad kanina sa mo, 'di ba? Moral. Balikan natin ang sentence. For example, kang gina mo is what, 'di ba? Mo. And then, ang verb is heyo. Moheyo, moheyo, mohe, parang ganun. What, parang ganun, meaning what do. So, ang object, 'di ba? Ang object, because here, you are asking about the object, 'di ba? So, kung ang object tsaka ang verb is close, pwede nga wala na it particle. So, pwede nga moheyo na lang instead of moral heyo. Or pwede man moral heyo. Kasi ang sabi nga dito, you can either it means pili ka lang. Okay? And it doesn't make too much difference. So, kasi parehas lang man ang meaning. But when the object is far away from the verb, pag malayo, the relation or connection between words are weakened. So you need the particle to be used, okay? Need the particle to make the meaning clear. So kung medyo, for example, nagbaliktad ang imo sentence like, oh, SV man. So, since isa man lang ka word ang andang pagitan, okay lang man na guys nga wala din to particle ang object. Okay lang din. Kasi medyo magkalapit pa lang din naman. Pero kung abo-abo ng word between them, between the object and the verb, doon dapat may particle na talaga para mas clear anang meaning. So we have an example here. Okay, so we have an example. I watch TV. So again, gin-omit na ang I kasi understandable na. So, ang watch is always at the end. So, syempre, una-unta ang TV. Okay, TV is television. Or you can just say TV, TV. Television, buayo. Okay, television, buayo. Buayo is watch or look or see. Okay, so the object is television and the verb is buayo. So very close sila. So okay lang nga wala the object particle. Okay. Also, do you watch TV? So usually guys, sa question wala man sila gagamit do na term. Okay? Wala na rin you. Pwede na rin ma-omit kasi understandable na nga ikaw ang gina-ask. So same lang din. Bali ang ano lang, ang tono lang nag-iba. So television bayo. Okay? So also since magkalapit si object kag verb, wala na rin particle. Okay, next. Do you watch TV often? So wala na si do, wala na si you. Nagdugtong ang adverb of frequency. Ang mga adverb of frequency, pag sa Korean yan, ginadugtong yan sila before. I-text ko na lang before the verb. Yan. So sila, ayan, before the verb sila ginadugtong. So television is TV. Okay. And 자주. Okay. 자주 is often. Okay. And then 봐요 is watch. So, napatungan ni object kag ni verb ang adverb. So, magkalapit pa rin sila, di ba? So, since magkalapit pa rin sila, okay lang din nga wala particle si object. Madadrop yung particle, it's okay. But as you can see here sa last nga example, medyo mahaba na. How many times a week do you watch TV? So, how many times, okay, a week? How many times a week? Okay, wala na si a guys, wala na si do, wala si you. So, ito na lang. So, syempre, okay, TV, okay, television, di ba? And then, time, yung week. This is il-ju-il. Kumbaga, il-ju-il is parang days of the week. Parang ganun. Okay, and then, since ang time, ginadugtungan ng particle na e, yan. So, il-ju-il-e or il-ju-ire. Myot is, sorry, i-green natin. Myot is how many. Okay, myot is how many. Bon means time. Okay. So, how many times? So, si object is nandito, si verb is nandito. Sa tunga nila merong time expression, merong number of times. Yan, gamitan ko na lang ng hashtag. Okay, number of times. So, there's parang two parts in between ng object tsaka ng verb. So, it is considered far from each other. So, ano nga niyang hambay kagina? Pag malayo ang object kag verb, si object dapat may particle na. So, televisional. Okay? Ang gindugtong kay television kasi television is consonant ending. So, televisional. 일주일에 몇 번 봐요? Okay, so ganun siya. So as the object of the sentences, okay, object is the television, gets further and further away from the verb 봐요, you need to make the relation of the words clearer by using the object marking particle. Yun. So yun yung ibig sabihin dito. Okay, so ito additional information to. Okay, so that's it. So this is for our lesson 2 or topic 2. So please review this one kasi I'm going to include this in your activity as well. Okay, so that's it for this video. 여러분 감사합니다. 네.